We joined the super legit crew before the show where Sean Michael Boozer is out for the week, but he was nice enough to let Jen Burton use his house anyway.
You guys think I should hide something somewhere in Shawn Michaels'
Oh, God.
house?
Yes,
Oh,
please.
yes.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
He's not here. I feel like I should just hide a note in like
Start with a body.
Yeah.
I'll kill
a note's
someone.
good. A note's good.
And
too.
then I'll leave it in his
yeah.
bed. That'll
Ramp your way up.
And then leave a note.
Yes.
Hide the note.
in another. I'll hide the note.
I
Like,
did
you'll
this.
figure it out. But.
It's the Super Legit Podcast, everyone. I am your host. Yes, that's right. I am actually your host again this week, Jarrett Lennon Kaufman, a.k.a. Jet. Oh, it's good to be back here. I love this seat. I love this spot. I love this job. Maybe I'll never give it up again. I don't know.
God, you sound like our modern government. Keep going.
All right. No, that makes the point for me. You're absolutely right. I am okay. No. Yeah, I'm abdicating this immediately once this episode is done.
Thank God.
Let's keep it rolling. That contrary voice you just heard was Josh Spence.
Hello.
Well, that one was. Yes, there we go. We also have with us Jen Burton.
Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting to go next. That was a
Oh.
surprise.
Gonna just keep you guessing tonight. That's my goal. Or maybe it's just to have a good show. We have Chris Compton.
Oh, hi. Oh. Hi.
Okay. Let's see how else this goes. We have Chris Sanders.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be here. I can't wait to do some improvisational comedy with my whole troupe.
That's nice.
Yo, yeah.
I love it. I love it. That's the energy I'm going for. Oh boy, I'm going to regret this one already. I'm thinking about skipping over this next person, honestly, but I'm going to do my duty here and see how it works out. Stephen C. James.
Hey, Jet. It's good to see you. I fully respect you as a host and as a human being, and I hope you have a good show because we're all in this together.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Ah,
Also, next time you drive your car, you might want to pump the brakes a few times.
there he is. There he is. Should have known better than to have hope. But I do have hope in one more person, and that is our co-host, our wonderful, reliable co-host, Michael Heiman.
Boo! Boo!
Boom.
Co-host of slime. Co-host of filth.
Yep.
Boo!
Obviously, that reaction is to me simply being co-host and not also host. So I will accept that as a positive.
The Prince Humperdinck of podcasting.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
How are you, Jet?
So I'm pretty darn well. I'm surrounded by amazing people here, and we haven't even listed all of them yet because now it's your job to list the rest.
Ooh.
Yes, it is. Would you believe, Jet, we have 2 special guests this week?
I would because I set up the show ahead of time. I sent them the links and everything so that I knew they were going to be here.
Oh, you've done a bunch of work for them. Got it. Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. That was a thing. I'm sorry. I lost track of it completely.
Make
I was
this
being
fun
too
or
literal.
anything. Just sort of do
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
You just used it up. All right.
Yep.
Well,
we did.
first, I want to welcome our returning champion, Sammy Glicker.
Yay! Hello, I am here. It's me.
Oh.
It's a fact. I am here with you guys. Yes.
Yes, you are. Welcome, Sammy. Welcome back, I should say.
Thank you.
Yes.
And then we have another guest, our brand new guest for the first time, Ben Compton. Welcome, Ben.
Hey! Thank you. I'm
Welcome to
just
the show.
excited to be so close to so many tiny faces.
You can move your chair back if that's more comfortable. If we're too close.
Fade away.
Yeah, you can't see this on the podcast, but he does have his face pressed up against the camera like he's staring into a bird cage at the zoo.
Look,
Yeah.
I just want to take my
I
time.
question your behavior around bird cages at the zoo.
I'm just trying to make that snake. I'm trying to free that snake, guys.
Aren't we all? Aren't we?
I don't know why it's in the bird cage, by the way.
I don't know. I saw
It's
that
the
movie.
sequel to The
Yeah,
Birdcage.
I saw that movie.
Yeah.
I thought snake was a metaphor suddenly.
Yeah.
No, it's the
That's what I
crossover
thought.
between Escape from New York and the Birdcage.
Yeah. I've had it with these motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking movie about gay marriage.
Oh, famous catchphrase. So, I'd love to hear from you, Michael, our co-host. What is the
Yes.
question for this episode?
Oh, the question, yes, of course. Why, this week's question is, what's the most base thing you will always prefer over, quote, better options? For example, popular choice, blue box Kraft mac and cheese over something homemade or fancy.
Mm.
And as usual, we do like to kick it to our guests first if they have an answer to this question. So, Sammy, Ben, do you have anything that comes to mind before Josh asks a myriad amount of questions that convolute this whole thing?
Something did come up for me, which is weird. I'll preface this with a fact about myself that I wouldn't be this thing unless I had said this thing. So I identify as a vegan. And now you all know it's true because I've said it. I know. I'm sorry. It happened. I have cheat days, but this is a fact of my life. The thing, though, when I hear this question, there's an automatic food response that I have, and it's steak. I grew up in Texas. I love meat.
Yes.
It's, meat's just really, really delicious.
Sure.
Tell me one restaurant that's going to cook it better than we can cook it at home. I know exactly how I want it. I can look at the steak before I cook it, before I buy it. It's going to be hot when it gets to my table because my table is 15 feet from my kitchen.
Right.
Yes.
Like, no chef is going to know the exact way I want it.
Right. You have the exact condiments you might want, if any.
Yeah, if any. I mean, a good salt and pepper,
Right.
yeah.
None,
A
Jeff.
butter
That's all
you need
paste,
is salt
like,
and
it's all
pepper.
you need. Yeah, I know. If it's a good steak, which is at my house and not a restaurant.
And then no one has to watch you eat it.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Yes.
So you said you have cheat days. So is your cheat day just a massive steak?
Well,
Like, is that what a cheat day looks like for you?
That very well could be what a cheat day looks like. I did have steak on January 1st, or maybe it was
Yeah.
December 31st. Who can tell? So,
What's a
Most
calendar?
people.
yeah, cheat days. Look, there's no rules. There's no rules in the world and with food. So, like, if you're gonna eat a steak, eat a steak. If I'm gonna eat a cookie, it's gonna be a good one. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
I know about that.
I am learning this lesson currently. Yes, that's very much the truth.
I gotta agree with the idea of restaurant steaks are always you're gonna pay way more than they're actually worth compared to what you're doing at home.
Yeah, I mean, I think the restaurant steak experience is partially the ambiance, and it is also partially having access to a cut of steak you may never have like really had the easy way to do at home. Like if you're someone who wants to do like the Wagyu or something like that. I mean, obviously people can buy that, but they have it. They have their suppliers. They have their fancy access to it, and maybe it's just like the much easier way for you to get that thing and not have to worry about it. But mostly you are there for the ambiance and the company
And the
overall.
complaining. I think you go to those steakhouses so you can complain about the shit
Send it
while you're
back.
there.
during.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
like for my birthday, Jet was nice enough to take me out to the smokehouse and
Jet
Jet
was.
and Heiman.
huh?
Just Jet.
Just Jet.
Just Jet. I didn't get to finish
Yeah.
my
And an
sentence
empty
because,
chair.
Oh, okay.
It didn't have
Because-
anyone else in it.
because Michael Heiman was there. And
Coincidentally.
am I saying it wrong? What am I doing? What are we laughing about?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It was all me.
No, I'm not
Go
telling
on.
the story now.
And
I don't
Hyman
know
shut
what's
up.
going on. Forget this. Cut to somebody else. I'm out.
Super.
I'm so glad that we could be here today. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'd like to thank both of you for taking me out for this just absolutely amazing meal. And I want to say I love both of you so much. And Joanne, my daughter, thank you for being here too.
Thanks.
But you two, the twins, I mean, thank you both for being here. You are just the most amazing.
We love you, Daddy,
Yeah,
so
we
much,
love you,
and we're
Dad.
so
We
happy
love
to
you
be
so
your
much.
favorite children.
I normally
Joe.
love you, but I didn't like being left out of the twosome.
Oh, it's fine, Joanne. It's just that the twins have always just been so tight knit and such a pair. And you've been, what do the French say? We're at this fancy French restaurant, ancillary. I believe is the word that they use.
Hello.
Yeah.
May I take your order, please? You and your two beautiful children.
I'm also here, but okay.
What for the father? The beautiful father.
Dad, you order first because you're the best, and this is your day, and you
Yes,
matter
of course, you know.
slightly more than we do.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with escargot as an appetizer. Is that gauche?
Very good. Very gauche.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow. All right.
That's
I guess-
what you want, Dad. I feel like you have the opportunity to be as gauche as you want. It's your birthday.
Here at Gauche's Tosches, you will always be family.
I'd like to order something too, and I was also wondering if I could get a chair because I'm just sort of crushed against this plant.
And for the beautiful children?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
fine.
Yes.
Yeah. I want the surf and turf.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's just a glass of water on grass. Is that correct? I
Very
honestly don't know.
gauche. Very gauche.
Oh, great. And brother?
Oh, thank you, brother. Yes, of course, thank you for I would very much like the frites.
The frites? Very gauche. Very.
Yes. Yes. If you could just like sneak up behind me throughout the meal and scare me, that's what I would really like.
Oh, I see you. I know you. I come back with something very.
I'd like to
frightening.
order.
But
Can I-
make sure you warn me before you get to him because I don't like being afraid. That's the one thing that we're different about. I don't like being scared.
Of course,
so just sneak
dear.
up and tap me on the shoulder first.
It's gonna be a tall order because if you're doing good for him, you might not be doing good for me.
Well, here, every single person is family here.
Does that include meat? Because I didn't even get a menu, and I'm also still in the plant. And also, that waiter just gave me a tray full of dirty dishes, and I don't want to hold these.
I'm sorry. There's a kind of whooshing sound. I think the fan is on here.
For a second, I thought you were
voice.
apologizing to her, and nobody ever does that or should.
I'm a real person.
To who?
Touche.
And excuse me, Garkin, if I could go ahead and order my entree as well, I was hoping to get the steak tartar.
Oh, well, this Garkin says tartar, no prater.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's just that my family, we don't get to see each other often, and it's nice to know that we're all being so well taken care of.
Oh, yes. You know
Except
what?
for me, somebody just let this dog wrap itself around my leg because it needed a place to just be, and I'm allergic to dogs, and I still am holding these dishes, and I don't have a menu or a spot or a chair, and also there's plant in my hair.
See, this is why nobody pays attention to you because all you do is complain.
I'm not complaining. I just want to be a participant.
No, you're ruining a very lovely evening.
This is Dad's night.
I'm sorry.
You're
Would you
right.
like me
Okay.
to move this plant and this creature?
He has his hand in my
Would you
face. That's
please?
my face.
That would be...
That would be
Here we
great.
go. Here we go. Come on, plant. Come on, plant.
Hey, that's...
Come on. Here. Somebody put some dishes in this plant.
I am a human woman. I am a real person. Garcon.
It's
We have so much
Garkin.
more
Oh,
room
Steve, you
now.
can hear me.
Legit. That's very good. It's that type of
The
episode.
ugliest of the ugly Americans.
Right.
Yes.
I'm glad you guys found the one French restaurant in Columbia, South Carolina.
It sounded like we were at the Olive Garden.
Right. Yeah. Fabulous French restaurant. The Olive Garden.
We are from somewhere else.
So, Sammy, I have a follow up. If you are doing the steak,
I'm ready.
What is your preferred steak? What type of steak are you getting if you're getting it?
That's the important question. Thank
Good
you.
question. That I cannot answer. I
Okay.
haven't personally bought a steak in so long that I couldn't even tell you a cut.
So basically, like you go into the grocery store when you did, and you're like, that one looks good.
Yeah, I closed my eyes and I
Yeah.
talked to the guy and I said, "Give me the best one. It needs to be marbleized, and within my budget." And he says, "This is the one." And I say, "Thank you." I don't read it, and then I leave.
You have your eyes closed the whole time.
It's
No
a
notes.
secret steak.
No notes.
Yeah, I like that your eyes are closed for the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta ask the guy. Like people are experts, right? So rely on their
Sure.
expertise. I'm not a butcher
That's a real-
expert, but guess who is?
She's been eating
Butchers.
spray-painted Spam for years.
Right, yeah.
You gotta try it,
It's
though.
like
You've gotta try
it's
it.
an eyes wide steak situation.
Yeah, just
Right?
close your
It's
eyes.
like, lead me into this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I closed my eyes and asked for the best steak. What do you give you? Bucket of rocks. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best one
I
they
have
had.
so many of these. Yeah.
You also hold out your wallet and say, just take however much it
Right, yeah.
costs.
Yeah, I trust you. Like, here's my credit card.
Yeah.
I trust you. You know roughly,
Yes.
look at me and know what I make. So,
I mean,
you got
that's
it.
what we do in America with credit cards and restaurants anyways. You literally
Truly.
just hand them the credit card and go, I trust you.
You just close your eyes and open your mouth.
That's fair,
And then
actually.
Yeah.
you're set.
Mhm.
Yes.
The markups, I mean, we have no idea.
That's how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, where I'm having trouble with this question is like asking like which thing you prefer, the basic version versus the
Mhm.
brand version, is like asking me like which Republican politicians do you not like? Like, it would be so much easier to go the other way. Like the number of actual non-Kroger brand things I buy, I could count on one finger.
This is
And
true.
so like some people are raised Catholic, some people are raised Methodist. I was raised cheap.
Yeah.
And so
Even those
Yeah.
communion wafers that you had were
Yeah.
generic.
they were free.
Yes.
You would love H.E.B. Does anybody here know what H.E.B.
Yeah.
Howard E.
Yes.
Butts.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That is
No.
Yep.
name brand for, or you get H.E.B. brand
Yeah.
before any other possible brand. H.E.B. does it.
Yeah, I remember. I had I have necks from Oklahoma and Texas area, and so yeah, I remember Howard E. Butts,
That's right.
which I don't know why they would change that to just H.E.B. That was a
It's a crime.
beautiful name.
What was the E for?
It's,
Enough.
Sammy, not to dox you, but this means you're either from like the Houston or Austin area, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of those is.
Yes.
Because I'm from the
That is the
Dallas
correct
area and there's
spread.
no HEB. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a new
I've
one.
never heard of
There's
it.
a new one that opened up, and there was a line. Like people treat it like a destination. There is one in North Texas, though, at least one.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
from
what
Austin,
I'm doing
so-
next time I visit.
So we know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a playground there.
What?
Yeah.
It's great.
I guess the E stands for exciting.
right. Yep.
I don't know why
What
I said
entertainment?
eeks.
Exciting. I think
Exciting.
is. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Exciting. Yeah, I like that. Yes. I think that's also what the E in Chuck E. Cheese stands
Yeah.
for.
No, that's
Yeah.
entertainment.
Well,
'Cause
you know what?
Eek,
That,
it's a mouse.
Eek,
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
true.
that actually dovetails, both of those actually dovetail into my response, which is grocery store. I loathe a fancy grocery store. When I have to go into Whole Foods, I basically like walk in the door like, this is all a scam. Like just instantly upset about everything that they're charging me. Or it's like, oh, look, we've got a hot food bar. And it's just like, oh, this is the stuff that didn't sell that you warmed up because now you're trying to get rid of it. Meanwhile, if
That's
you
not
send
true.
me to like a Vallarta, I'm just like, oh, this is
Oh,
so
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where it's like,
No.
okay. Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
You
Whoa.
have it.
Josh is like, Vallarta's a little too fancy.
Yeah.
I
So,
prefer
sorry.
Superior.
No, I mean, so let
You
me,
have it
let me be
backwards.
accurate. I mean,
As a person who
Super
used to work
A.
in the-
Super A is my jam. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I'll
Okay,
go ahead.
all right,
Buy the stuff at Vallarta's. Let me know how that works out.
No, it's actually it's actually
you sent
the
me
Super
there for
A.
chips once, Josh. So now I want to know what the hell you were setting me
Yeah.
up for.
No,
What's
I
this
used to work
Vallarta
there.
secret?
No. I honestly, I used to work there. So like, if you're looking for like the super fresh stuff, the bakery and I'm not going to say it properly because I'm super white. The tortilleria, they do everything super fresh there.
Sounds
but
right.
like,
Yeah, sounds right.
Tortilla.
but
Oh,
but like the
Our
the,
resident
the foods there,
Juicington got
yeah,
it right.
is a little gamey. So I would proceed with caution. On
But
that.
at least it's not expensive.
Okay, I know you're coming from one of the #1 supermarket establishments in the nation, Vallarta. But now you're the general manager at the Triple G, Gary's Gauche Goods. So you're going to have to step it up if you want to keep your position here. Am I crystal clear? Or perhaps just kind of dirty eyeglasses clear?
I'd say you're probably somewhere right in the middle there. This is a little bit of a rough transition for me, as I'm sure you can understand.
It's a little hard for me to understand you with that accent. What part of the country are you even from?
Well, I don't want to dox myself, so I don't feel comfortable sharing the information with you, but it's the eastern part of a very small state.
Okay. All right. Connecticut. Cool. That's all right.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. So.
Yeah. What? Why are you looking at me like that? You're making me real nervous.
I probably should have done this in the initial interview process.
Right.
But we can air it out now.
Okay, ask me what you got to ask me, because I'm sweating my pits real bad.
Well, all right. That's okay. We have deodorant here at Gary's Gauche Goods. We don't just have Gauche food. We have deodorant. So,
Yeah, can I ask you about that? Because I did see it, and it is a crystal. So, if somebody asks me how to use it, do they pray on it, or?
Well, that's if you get the crystal deodorant. You can also just get rock or puddle of water.
Okay. This is making me, I was hoping to be less nervous, but this is making me incredibly nervous. But I assure you, I can be gauche. I can be real gauche. I can change the accent.
Is this returns? I need to return this puddle of water deodorant.
Yes, I can help you. I can help. I can help you with it. Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you.
I see you brought it in a plastic baggie. So you've actually tainted the water with microplastics, and we are gonna have to take a small discount off of this.
You make it sound amazing. Yeah, like it sounds amazing. My problem is that I put it on. It's called extra dry.
Right. Yeah.
But when I put it on, for some reason, it made my armpits feel. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but they felt a little wetter.
Right. Okay. So the problem with that is actually, I hate to say this, but it is you. It is a very dry puddle, and so if you're experiencing any extra moisture or wetness, I'm so sorry. That is your own biology.
Wait a minute. Is this because I got the COVID vaccine?
Yeah. Yes.
I was warned that this was one of the side effects.
Yes. In my training, this was very specific, and they it's a sensitive topic, but it is, yes, because of your vaccine directly.
Oh,
yes.
I knew this would happen if I got any sort of vaccine whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to bother you. I think I'm contagious with COVID now because I've had the vaccine, so I'm gonna just try to get out and not infect anyone else with this disease I made up.
Oh, I hate to hear that, so thank you so much.
Sure.
I can't believe how well you handled that job in returns. You really showed that guy what for. I'm bumping you up to butcher.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna be a problem. Don't even worry about that. I got that. I know all the meats.
Yeah.
Hi. I would like a piece of meat, and what I want you to do is just look at me and get a sense of me, and then pick a cut. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm actually a vegan. I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to hand you my credit card. I want something meaty, and but I want you to tell me what it is just based on what you see.
Okay. Wow. This is weird to say to you, but this is the best day I've had so far at work. I love what you're doing right now, and I love this vibe I'm getting from you.
Oh, thank you.
While your eyes are closed, can I get, like, if you had to say a frequency, like 96 hertz or like 213 hertz, like, what kind of vibe are you feeling right now? Like, what is in your soul?
I think I'm about a 4.
A 4 hertz.
A hertz of 4.
Lord.
Is that
okay.
a lot? Is that a little?
People call
me
alarmingly
gauche.
low, actually. It's alarmingly gauche,
Oh,
which is our specialty. Don't even worry about it.
That is what I am into. So
okay.
I'm going to say a 4 hertz.
4 hertz. So I've actually.
What would
I have
you
the perfect
describe
meat.
yourself as? Sorry.
I would say I'm a perfect 100.
Oh, wow. I have something to aim for. Oh, sorry.
Yes,
You go
yes.
for that meat. Tell
Okay.
me what you're thinking.
Well, it's going to be a white on the outside, and there's a
All
lot of
white,
redness
so it's
in
just
the middle.
coated in fat? Okay.
Yeah, and that's going to cook real well for you, and it's going to give you a lot of flavor.
Oh, my God.
There's a
You're
marble in it.
describing my body perfectly.
Yeah, there is a marble in it. It's glass, so you're going to want to eat around that.
There's a marble in me right now.
Oh, this is really meant to be. Do you want to elaborate
It's
on
in my
how that
mouth.
got there?
Don't get gross. It's in my mouth.
Oh, well, no,
Just keep it in the back.
I thought maybe an injury or something.
Oh my God, your expertise is making me fart in my underwearless pants. I'm bumping it up to tire shop.
Tire shop. I'm moving up so quick in this company.
Hey, I got my Jeep Wrangler out front. and it turns out I needed tires. I had no fucking idea. So I've just been riding around on the rims for like the last, I don't know, I'm going to say 3.5 years since I bought it. Can you help me out here? Because I don't know what I need. Can you just like intuit what I need on my car?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. One thing I think that is going to help us figure out which are the right tires for you is if you could just hand me your credit card, and I'm going to see what you can buy.
Oh, I don't believe in credit cards. I think they're government conspiracy. But I got 8 rolls of cash. You want to just pick out what you want out of the rolls?
Yeah. If you could hand me about 4 of those, I'm gonna count them.
Okay. I mean, 4 is an exact number, but I'll hand you 5 because you said about 4.
Okay, I love that because I was gonna do 1 per tire. But
great.
Also, I don't know if you know about our policy, about our tipping policy, I should say. We do accept tips, and I feel like I'm doing a really good job for you.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hand you 1 more roll because there's a whole spot on the back of the Jeep that looks like a tire would fit on it, so I probably should get 5.
You're absolutely correct. I'm going to get you fitted with the biggest tires we got. The bigger the better is what they say. They say size matters, and they like it's very gauche. You know what I mean? It's a very gauche thing to have big tires, and so we're just gonna get you fixed with those, and I'm gonna take this cash, and I will be 100% right back.
Oh yeah,
100%.
I can't even handle it. I'm gonna shoot myself without putting down any paper towels to clean up any of the blood. The store is yours.
Legit.
I think that's how every retail manager conversation should end.
I think that's how every store manager's life ends.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I just heard your voice, Stephen C. James, which
sorry about that.
Kind of puts me in a mood, but whatever. You do have our ad for this week, and we do have to pay the bills, so I'm probably gonna have to hear some more of your voice, like it or not. What you got?
You know, when you talk like that, you sound just like everyone who's ever loved me. Okay. Yeah, we've got an ad that I'll go ahead and read. I just want to let you guys know this product is near and dear to my heart. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, they reached out and it's like, oh, I use this. This is great. So let me just go ahead and roll tape.
I'm gonna buy 2 just knowing that.
Clusterware, scrubber sauce, squidoink, rococo. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. I just woke up and I just had the most amazing dream. But now I'm just waking up to this same old reality, and that's why I wish I had the Dream Crusher. The Dream Crusher is the product that you've been looking for. Are your dreams getting in the way of you living your life because you keep thinking things could be better when deep down you know they can't? That's why you need the Dream Crusher. Say nighty-night to those good dreams and say, hello, wake up, good morning to the emptiness of blackness. Yep, with the Dream Crusher, you will have literally no dreams. REM sleep will happen, but you won't have to deal with dreams NEMER. Yep, not anymore. Because with the handy clamp that connects onto the back of your medulla oblongata, it stops all imagination from penetrating into your body during your sleep, sometimes even oxygen and other vital fluids. So with the Dream Crusher, you can say bye-bye hopes, better luck next time, better future, and you can also say, hey, Patrick Warburton, maybe the tick was a mistake. You see, what the Dream Crusher does is it makes sure it doesn't allow the positive things to penetrate into your sleeping mind. And instead, it simply plays back every time during the day when you felt small or unloved. So that way, the Dream Crusher makes sure when you wake up, it's just back to the bracing reality of your every single day. It makes every day feel like you forgot about Taco Tuesday. It's the Dream Crusher. It'll stop you in your tracks as your nighttimes fade to black. The Dream Crusher.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, I gotta say, perfect person to read that ad.
Yeah. I mean, I am a public school teacher. It's kind of my job.
I guess for me, it's sort of like they're offering to sell you a yellow star that will go up in the sky during the day and then disappear over the horizon at night. Like, you're selling me something that I already have every single day of my life.
Hey, Ben, I would love it if you would give us yours as our next guest, if you have anything.
Well, I think the thing that I prefer bass, and it's a little bit controversial.
Ooh.
I really like basic haircuts. And I know a lot of people disagree. I was raised in a house where my dad took us to the barber, and the only reason he went to that barber is because they called him Doc.
That's a good reason.
Button-down individual, but they had guns and ammo there, and he really, and that's where I learned about masculinity and manhood.
Yep. Can I get? I want to get something cleared up real quick. Did they have Guns and Ammo magazine, or did they have literal guns and ammunition?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Okay. All right.
But I've tried to get like fancier haircuts, and there was like one time that destroyed me for them. I had moved to New York, and my wife said, "We're in New York. You should get a fancy haircut." And so we went to Nick Arrojo's salon from What God. Not to Wear. Right?
That sounds gauche.
It was totally gauche, and I was totally gauche to be there. And they gave me like a little smock thing, and then they ushered me into a dressing room.
Wow.
And they said, "Come out when you're ready." And I didn't know what to do.
What hair are they cutting?
I had no idea what to do, but I knew that whatever I did, it was going to be wrong.
And expensive.
Any choice that I make is going to be wrong. So my question was, okay, they put me in here. Do I take my shirt off and just have the kind of smock on? Or do I leave the shirt on and I look gauche, if I'm using that word? At all.
I like that gauche is just French for Smurf.
Right. So I decided that the safest solution would be to take off my shirt, because obviously they wouldn't have sent me into this dressing room if I was just going to put a smock on. And I walked out, and everybody was horrified because I clearly did not have a shirt on, just a smock.
Sorry, guys. I'm used to seeing guns at the barbershop.
Right, exactly. This is how we did things back home.
Wait,
you took your
here's
shirt
my
off.
question though: Had you passed by other shirtless people getting their haircut?
I close my eyes when I go in, and I just want them to just intuit.
Hand them your credit card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then who should walk by but Nick Arrojo? Saw me with my shirt off. And I've just never gotten, I don't know the first time you guys remember Nick Arrojo seeing you without your shirt on, but it's not something that you get over very quickly.
Well, yeah.
So it's just base haircuts from here on out. Back to dad.
And now I will say I did the best advice I got when I was getting married from the great Amy Seeley, improviser extraordinaire, was you need to get a haircut for your wedding, and that haircut should be neither super nor fantastic. She knew who she was talking to, so by a few I mean one time I have left this world of basic haircuts, but just the one.
I used to go to, and this will sound ironic given anybody who ever knows me, I used to go to Sport Clips because it was there and convenient. I just told you.
You
it was
hate
very
sports.
Convenient.
Of all you
and
give
clips.
Me shit for
And clips.
Yes. But the thing is, there's a few wild things about it. Of course, you go in there and it's all this locker motif. Like there's lockers in between every single station, and they like the stylists do good work. So I am absolutely not knocking their skill, but the vibe of the place is all sports. And then I'm going to let you in on this secret, because they actually have a secret there. They anticipate that men are going there with their wives, I assume, because it's just that vibe thing. And so when they take you into the back room where they have the shampoo stations, across from the shampoo station on the wall is a life-size sticker cutout of a like a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader or a female tennis player looking as sexy as they can while still being professional. And it's just like, that's the thing that they expect the men to be looking at while they're getting their hair washed, but hidden behind a wall so their wives can't see it.
Very heteronormative.
That's bizarre.
Was this female tennis player Martina Navratilova?
Is it still exist? Is this still happening?
Yeah, there's.
I haven't been into sport clips in years, but I assume that is still their standard.
Where do you go now?
Wow.
I now have a stylist in.
So now you're a fancy haircut guy.
Yes,
boy.
yes. I have to book her like 3 months ahead of time, but she knows my hair. She does a good job, and like I also don't want to have to think about it.
What kind of life-size cutouts do they have at your salon?
You fancy stuff. Is it Doris Kearns Goodwin?
It's from the Addams Family.
I just love history.
Cousin It was the one with the hair, right? Yes. I got the right reference. All right.
My last professional haircut, the guy was cutting my hair, and I hear, because like, once again, talk about haircut culture. I have to go to black barbershops because, no offense, but your people have done enough to my people without also having them fuck up my hair. So I was
that sequel to Roots was about something totally different.
And the last time I was there, there was a place that I always went to, but it was a different guy, and he's in the middle of cutting my hair, and I hear him go, "Oh man," and I was like, "Oh, that's not good. That's not good." And literally the next day, and I wound up with like this low high top fade, and it was awful. And I walked into work the next day, and I was teaching summer school at the time, and one of my students looks at me and goes, "Whoa, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air." And I was like, man, fuck that guy. So from that point since, I've cut my own hair, so my stylist is in the backyard. Yeah.
Ooh, the backyard.
Mr. Floby.
That reminds me of like the fact that I'm terrified when I get haircuts because I like don't want to say anything that's going to upset the person with scissors right by my temple, which is why I prefer like these like silent haircuts, which is something I wish everywhere had. But like I don't feel comfortable like saying, "Oh, that's crooked" or something like that. And like the one time I did, I was at a Super Clips, one of my cheap places, and I was like, "Oh, it looks a little bit crooked." And the woman said, "No, it's not. The mirror is just crooked."
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's how physics works.
Like, it made sense to me at that moment. I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense." And it wasn't until I was walking out, I was like, "Oh, holy crap, I'm a fucking idiot." But I can't go back in because I'm the idiot. So, I don't know. I just think I should just not get my hair cut at all. Or go to your backyard.
Just grow it out.
Just grow it out.
Super?
Sorry, your regular hairstylist isn't here today. But don't worry, I'm trained in clown college. Please, take a seat.
Oh, thank you. Wow, wasn't expecting this, but
no,
this,
you
this
weren't.
is cool.
Were
This will
you
work
expecting these comically huge scissors?
Okay, can you get them back from my neck though?
No,
please?
this is
'Cause
what
that's
I'm
a little
using. So, what sports teams are you into these days?
Oh,
Put your
honestly,
hands down.
Okay. Should I sit on them?
Yeah, we're gonna need some extra chalk for this outline because there's just extra little circles going all over the barbershop. Yeah. So you were the barber?
Yes.
It was okay.
It's my first day.
You know, we try not to make assumptions in law enforcement, but I had made that assumption. It seems we don't throw around the word homicide very often. But it seems like you've committed several homicides on this one person.
Excuse me. As his attorney,
yes?
I'm gonna have to say he can't answer any more questions.
We haven't even given you your phone call yet.
I'm on retainer.
He stays inside our car.
All right, so I am going to need you to step out of the vehicle.
All right.
Me or my entire law firm. They're all named partners.
Okay, I'm going to say I should have expected that. But look, I'm going to need you to. We may not be able to question you, but we can arrest you. Would you see your wallet, your license, and registration, please?
Oh, sure.
It's a formality. We're arresting you
Here's
for
my
murder.
ID. I hail from Nicaragua. It's in Latin America.
Sleeping gas.
This courtroom is a clown show, I tell you! Will somebody get up here and make sense of something? You there, with the funny hair! Come up here.
Me?
Yes,
Him.
you.
Him?
Them! Him!
Him.
Oh, God!
Him? Auga.
Listen, this is a court of law in America. We take the law very seriously. No man is above the law. I don't care how tall he is, or how big his shoes are, or what his flower squirts. Listen, I used to be someone who loved to laugh. But I look at you and I see nothing but tears. You are not even working in the place you're supposed to be. Listen. Do you mind if I just take off my shirt?
Go ahead if it makes you feel better. And Your Honor, if I'm understanding you correctly, there's more of us outside, and it seems maybe we're all a little bit guilty. So are you perhaps asking me to send in
Yes. Yes.
the
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
other professionals that I work with?
Yes. Yes, I think that they're already here.
Yeah, legit.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That is the best Stephen Sondheim musical I've ever seen.
Well, I would love to hear some more of these basic choices that people prefer in life to the fancy stuff.
I don't know if it's basic. I just started doing it because of an inner ear issue that has been giving me recurring vertigo since early September, and it doesn't seem to want to go away. Drinking alcohol, really kicks it into high gear. So just the littlest bit of buzz or like spin makes you spin a lot more. So I have just stopped drinking alcohol for the past, I don't know, at least over a month now. I think since the last dinner we had where I had a drink. And I just started trying non-alcoholic beers, and they're very good. I much prefer this to intoxicating poison.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't know that that's really based though.
Well, but I mean, like there are, because you can get non-alcoholic beers as someone who's drank non-alcoholic beers for 15 years now. You can get it, but there are different brands, and the one that always blows my mind is there is a Milwaukee's Best non-alcoholic beer, which this is made by people who don't know what people use Milwaukee's Best for. The idea that someone ever drank Milwaukee's Best and said, I like everything about this but the booze, like that person does not exist. That has never happened.
Yeah, you can say that it's basic too, because you could be like, oh, I drink non-alcoholic beer. I don't need to put fancy alcohol in it. Right. I'm just getting it, basic, just little hops, little barley. You don't have to ferment mine. I'll take it straight.
If only it were cheaper without the alcohol in it.
Right.
Yeah,
Is it
true.
not?
I did try. Spider-Man has a beer. Tom Holland has a beer called called Biro, and it's
Naturally.
it's like $12.99 for a 6-pack, I think, which is about the same price as alcoholic beer.
Oh.
It is very good though. It's very tasty. He really nailed it.
And does he not drink?
I
No,
don't
not
think
anymore.
so. Yeah.
Is that because he's perpetually not legal yet?
Yes.
It's funny. I actually just saw like an interview with him where he talked about it. I don't know how old he is now, but it sounded like he was like early 20s, and he had already had a drinking problem. And was already having health issues related to
Wow.
And so
Hollywood.
he was like, oh, I'm going to do dry January.
England.
And then it kept getting worse. Like, he kept doing more months. He's like, I'm not really feeling better. And then at 6 months, he finally did start to feel better. And his health got better.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and it's funny because I'd heard he was sober. I was like, okay, well, he's young and in great shape or whatever. Like, it's for the movies or whatever. And then learned, like, oh, he had a bunch of health issues in his early 20s. Related to drinking, which is,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I mean,
That's early.
crushing.
Now-
Yeah, that's crazy.
So is the Tom Holland non-alcoholic beer, is it better or worse than the Andrew Garfield non-alcoholic beer?
Yeah.
It's
I don't
less
know that-
emotionally committed.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know
alright,
that
yeah,
it really got
yeah.
its full shot. Like, if there was maybe it got one more chance out there, but yeah, it just wasn't on the market long enough.
Yeah.
Well, the packaging on the Andrew Garfield beer is just worse all around in every way. Though.
Yeah, though I will say this too. I only drink Donald Glover non-alcoholic beer.
Ooh, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Which goes by his Twitter handle. His Twitter handle is Don Glover, or in Twitter, Dong Lover, which is makes me laugh every single time.
Yeah. Well, you can tell by the shape of the cans.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but they're actually. I mean, there's a whole like I remember the woman my dad was married to used to get non-alcoholic wine, which is just apple juice.
Yeah, right.
Like, I mean, at this point, we're just
Right.
like it's grape juice. Like
But-
that already existed, and was sold by Welch's.
Ed Manischewitz, even better.
Mm-hmm.
But all the like the non-alcoholic like wines and beers, they have to be brewed or fermented to get to the flavor they have, and then the alcohol pulled out of it.
Well, it's like decaf
Yes.
coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's more work. So it makes it
should
makes sense
cost
that it's not
more.
less
It
expensive.
It should be more disappointing.
Does decaf coffee work?
You should
the
pay
same way?
more for the privilege.
Yeah.
Where
of
there's
having
decaf-
there's still a small percentage of
Yes.
caffeine.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a tiny
Yeah,
amount
they
of
do.
caffeine in
Teeny
decaf
tiny,
coffee.
yeah.
Oh yeah, in most non-alcoholic and decaf coffee there is.
I
However,
honestly might have to switch to
there's now-
decaf too, because things like caffeine, sodium, and alcohol aggravate this.
Oh, wow,
this
okay.
issue. Yeah.
Oof.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is now like all these new non-alcoholic beers that are 0% that are somehow more non-alcoholic than the previous non-alcoholic beers.
What a time to be alive.
You want to drink and not
Our scientific
Feel it.
minds are
Yeah.
on the important things.
Yeah, if you want a drink that's going to get you through 2025, have I got something to not introduce you to?
Does Toby Maguire have a beer for you?
I was thinking on this one. I usually forget to even think of an answer, but I did think about this one. And I think my version is, I grew up in the heyday of video games. I was playing an Atari 2600. That was my mother's when I was really young, and then he had a Nintendo and Super Nintendo and blah 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 all the way up. And I considered myself a gamer for a long time. Like that was an identity. I think the two identities I had were book reader and video gamer.
And bully victim.
Yeah. And now I'm at the point where, besides the fact that I just plain don't read anymore, which is its own story, and I have to rely on audiobooks while I'm driving if I'm going to consume any book media. But as far as video games goes, 90%, maybe 98% of my video gaming is casual mobile games. It's just, swiping things on a screen incessantly. And part of me feels bad about it because I feel like I'm not doing enough, and then the rest of me is like, what does that matter? just
Right.
fucking.
I like that
be
this is
bored
the
and
area
do
of your
stuff.
life you're not doing enough in.
Yeah.
Yes,
Concerned
yeah.
about.
Yeah,
Jet,
I
we're all
own a
concerned
lot
at
of
your
video
lack
games,
of video game.
Right.
Yes.
and they're all just
It's
sitting
like-
there being ignored, and I feel guilty.
It's like I'm watching Schindler's Game right now.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I could have played more. I
Yeah.
could have
Yeah,
played
yeah.
more.
Yeah, that's my Steam library.
At a moment when the burnt out remains of my home have been taken over by Nazis, I should
right.
be playing more video games.
Well, that is
Yeah.
a good video game.
Yes. That is.
Is that Papers, Please?
right? Yeah. Escape to Castle Wolfenstein.
I saw Josh's reaction, but there is actually a very well-known, really beloved video game called Papers, Please, which is exactly what you
that's
think
right,
it is,
yeah.
but it's really brilliant. Yeah,
Hmm.
highly reviewed. And I'm pretty sure I probably own it and have never gotten around to starting it up, like most of my Steam library.
Tragedy.
What's it about?
You're a high school English teacher, and the reports are
There you go. There
In
you go.
Nazi Germany.
And manners.
Yeah. Oh, this is the video game they made of Dead Poets Society.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's so violent.
Yeah, yeah.
It really drags in the middle and at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
And at the beginning.
I have a my basic thing is that I prefer a manual transmission over an automatic transmission in cars.
All right.
Because
You,
I
you and my wife,
learned-
Sari. Yeah.
I learned on it. My dad was like, "You're learning. You're taking your test." I failed the test first time because driving manual's hard, and I almost killed somebody. Making a left-hand turn.
Can we hear that story?
It was. I mean, I think he just did. I was trying to drive.
There's only so much
Made a
you can say
left-hand
about it right now.
A human being was in that small sliver of metal that is between the front and the side, and I almost killed him. Done with story.
Super.
Oh man, you gotta hear this story. Oh, you gotta hear the way she tells the story. You're gonna fucking love this. Like this is like every party. I pimp her into this because she's fucking.
It better
Babe,
be a good
babe,
story. You keep
babe, you gotta
saying
tell
that
the
there's
story.
all these great
No,
stories, and they're
yeah,
usually
no.
just really short stories. Are
No,
you sure
she knows
this
the
is-
one though. Yeah.
All right. Are you
You're
sure
gonna
this?
love this.
Okay, I'm gonna put down my non-alcoholic beer. Are you telling me this story is worth? Okay.
This has a detail in it, right?
Why don't you wait to hear it? I mean, I don't want to spoil anything for you.
Okay,
I just
just-
want you to understand this is the story of the night.
You know.
Listen, okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, my doctor did say I have about 5 minutes to live, but I think rather than talk to my kids, I want to hear the story.
Oh, you're going to spend all 5 of those minutes on the edge of your seat. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it might be less. I don't know. That maybe is a threat as to, maybe your heart will stop. I don't know. But, I'm just telling you, you may not even need all 5 minutes. All right?
All right. You make it sound great.
Oh, not as great as the story itself is going to make it.
I can't
I'm
wait.
telling you right now. Okay. All right. You guys ready? Are you ready for this?
I think you're overhyping this, but okay.
I don't think you're ready for this.
This feels like one of those street performances. She just needs to get and say it already. Or do we have to put money down or something?
Yeah, well,
I mean-
I'll start a thing. Here's $5. Let's go. I'm
There
ready to
you
hear the
go.
fucking
There you go. $5. Do I hear 10? Do I hear
No,
10?
no, I gave you $5. Tell me the story with the detail that you promised us.
I'm not gonna tell you the story. This is
I have $250,000. This is my life insurance policy. I really shouldn't have the money already, but you know what? I was gonna give it to my kids, but I want to give it to you for the story.
$250,005.
That's oh my god, yeah. No, and when you hear the story, you're
Okay.
gonna go, that was chump change. Chump change.
Okay,
Okay?
sure.
All right? This is the one. This is the one. Okay, babe. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for that?
You're not going to do an ad break before the
story.
story like last time, right? No more ad breaks?
No. You paid me already. You paid me. You paid
Okay,
me the
seriously.
money for this one.
$250,005.
Seriously, guys, I did just have 5 minutes. That's
Do I have
really
time to
all
go to
I
the
have.
bathroom?
So.
I just need to go to the bathroom, and then do I have time?
He was a great father. A good husband. He loved his children. His kids came up to me before I started this short sermon, and they wanted to tell me something very important about him. Something about the last thoughts he had before he died. They said to me,
Tell us.
this is what they said. The kids came up to me and they said, my father, who was dying, had 5 minutes to live. Now that's 5 times 60, everyone. Whatever that is. And they were here, they were standing right in front of me. And they said to me, tears in their eyes, they said, our father told us this one thing right before he died.
Tell us.
Please get on with it.
Listen. This part is important. I'm telling you what these other people told me before I tell you what they told me.
I was there. Just tell us.
You tell it.
They said to me,
What did they say?
they said that he said.
What did they say he said?
They said that he said, life is pretty gauche. And that's it. I didn't understand the story at all. I was hoping to gather you all here together to explain it to me. But we're running out of time at this funeral. We're all running out of time.
Wait, excuse me. That plant over there, it's raising its hand. I think it might know.
I know the story because I told the story. I am the original
Look,
storyteller.
it's a talking plant. It's a talking plant. This is a plant that talks.
We were in a restaurant. Nobody could see or hear or pay any attention to me. I was invisible like I am right now. And I wanted to order some food, and I was stuck in a plant, and my father had rejected me, and my brothers had rejected.
So, look, Ralph Ellison, I'm going to give it to you straight. We're going to need another draft.
All right, sounds great.
Legit.
The thing they always say about Ralph Ellison, that guy could take a note.
I will say that scene did remind me of the one thing that I refuse to go basic for, which is eulogies. So we had my dad, we had kind of like 2 funerals. There's one right after he died that was put on by the church that he was related to someone who went to. And so they did it, but the only person giving a eulogy at this ceremony seems pushing it.
There were 6 people there.
There were 6 people there. We were seated like a wedding. They split the families in 2. But the guy, it was like watching somebody at a party trying to pretend they remember who they're talking to. So it was like Thorne Compton was I think everyone here can agree what an amazing person he was.
He was one of those people.
Yeah.
Just one of them.
He worked for he made such an impact at his job that it left just a lifelong impression on people.
It's like,
Did he call your dad Slugger at some point?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to all of the noun.
Right. Yes. These are from Sad Libs.
Super.
And the last part of the will, Phil.
This better be good.
No, it's good. Everybody has been assigned the money and property and who gets the cat and the subscriptions to Maxim going forward in perpetuity. But
just the one last thing is usually the hot thing. Like Apple always saved the one last thing.
Right.
I want to hear what the one last thing is. Let's do it.
Sure. And Phil Savage has requested that the gang call me the Terminator for the rest of time.
Can we see that will?
Yeah, I want to. I
mean, I'm just reading it here, clear as day. We went from Josh Kabosh to the Terminator. So if we can just all call me the Terminator going forward, that's Phil's last wishes. Like, we want to honor Phil, right? Phil's a good guy.
You said you went from Josh Gauche to calling you the Terminator. You skipped the phase where we called you Fart Monster.
Hey, we don't have to remember that. I mean,
that was like 35 years.
Yeah, I mean, it literally ended presumably today, if that is a legitimate document.
Yeah, your nickname of Fart Monster could and should run for president.
Mm-hmm. I mean, come on, we don't have to keep rehashing Fart Monster. Look, it's right here on the document. It just says it in real quick, big ink right here. Call me Terminator.
You flashed that kind of like someone flashes a fake badge when they want to get into something.
Do you have prescription glasses on right now, Kevin? Do you?
Not prescription.
I'm sorry, El Matador.
I had laser surgery. I don't need them.
Okay, fine. Some of us can't afford basic surgery stuff these days. I can't. I buy my glasses at the 99-cent store.
Well, yeah, because he literally left you nothing, and that's why I'm wondering if maybe this is like it could be a consolation prize for no money. You left me the name
the Terminator. Okay, you get to be called the Matador. John gets to be called the Condor. I'm the Terminator. Like, we all have cool nicknames now, and you guys can fucking stop calling me the fucking Fart Monster.
They all end with "or" too, which is just kind of weird.
Oh, hey, Fart Monster. I was just filling out the will and leaving everything to the rest of the gang. What are you doing with that piano wire?
Legit. And that brings this episode of the Super Legit podcast.
He wasn't a fart monster. He was a fart murderer.
Wow. That really changed the way I look at it.
I may be a fart man, but I'm not a fart monster.
I'm not a fart monster. I'm a human fart
being.
Yes.
Oh, Michael Heiman, could you please say the things you're supposed to say now?
Thank you as always, Matt Walker, for intro and outro music. Every scene you heard today was improvised on the spot, along with some of the ads, and edited for your eulogy. If you're loving what we're doing, pause real quick, write a 5-star review before you close the app, and tell your friends about it. If you want to submit your own question for the show, you can private message us, you can tag us on Instagram, Facebook, or Threads, or you can email us at contact@superlegitpod.com. Tonight's regular cast includes Josh Spence, Jen Burton, Chris Compton, Chris Sanders, Stephen C. James, and our very special guests, Sammy Glicker and Ben Compton. Sammy, Ben, do you have anything you want to promote, tell people to follow and find you at, things you are doing that are coming up?
Silence.
Well, sure. On Instagram, which is the only social that exists now, as of this moment in recording. Yes. Dungeons and Cabins is an Instagram account that I own, and also a camp that I run for Dungeons and Dragons nerds.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything to promote, but I did just read a paper at the MLA conference about obituaries. Ooh. So if anybody wants to talk to me about obituaries and the national identity, just feel free to hit me up on any social media network. I'm not going to give you my address.
Right, yeah. Hit him up on MLA Space.
Right, yeah.
ICQ.
Yeah. Oh. R.I.P.
Don't be so fond about
too soon. Too soon.
As your hand.
Yeah, that's right. 500739, baby. All right.
Why'd you just give people your phone number? I don't know.
Do you think Todd from MySpace looks at the complete destruction of the world and go, guys, this wouldn't have happened?
Yes. Yes. Tom has been very open about that.
He was everybody's friend. I don't know.
Yeah, with no effort whatsoever. He didn't have to destroy the world just to make everyone like him, like some people.
And people still don't like him.
Yeah. And with that, I thank you all for joining me on this episode of the Super Legit Podcast. Love you all, and I'll see and hear most of you next time. Bye.
Bye.
I don't believe anything's on. Oh my time, I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh, oh, oh,
Sammy, how long have you been running that camp?
We had our first session last September, like our first 4-day, 3-night.
I think you
weekend-long
were
epic last
talking
September.
about it after the episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
right.
We're about to
yeah.
have it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds
That was so
awesome.
cool.
Yep. It was like
Do you
in
know
creation
Mike
and now it's
Tozan?
happened. No. I don't think so.
He's a D&D guy who
Yeah.
also does a lot of improv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
does
runs
professional
games. I
DMs.
should do this with you.
Amazing.
Mhm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
In a non-sexual
Make, yeah. She should make you guys pretend you're being ET.
Beep.
Yeah.
Sex work.
She should make you freeze time in that one syndicated sitcom Out of This World.